Hello, ladies and gents, boys and girls, people of all ages, sexualities, and identities, and welcome back to another Doctor Who review. And we're moving on to, right now, The Time of Angels. So, what is The Time of Angels about? Well, it starts off very differently to your usual Doctor Who episode. We find ourselves in a situation in which we find ourselves face to face with Professor Riversong, as she's on board a crashing ship that is bound for a planet on the outreaches of the universe. This planet is left ghostless and lifeless, but why and who? River manages to escape the crashing ship and join the Doctor to land down on the planet below. She then begins to talk of the Byzantium and then begins to ask him what he knows of the Weeping Angels. To which the Doctor points out he knows quite a lot about the Weeping Angels, and that's what makes him scared. He tries to keep Amy in the TARDIS, but Amy being Amy, she is reluctant to stay where she is. The Doctor, Amy, and River then go into the Byzantium itself with a load of church-based soldiers. As the Doctor begins to question the soldiers, he soon finds out that riversong is under a kind of community service due to a life sentence that she will be holding out for someone she murdered. The Doctor asks whether he was a good man, to which the soldier said he was a very good man, sir. That's what makes it the worst thing ever. As they begin to climb through the catacombs of the Byzantium, they soon find themselves face to face with the Weeping Angels. However, they first come in the image of a bit of footage. Amy gets trapped inside of a room with one of them, and they manage to climb inside of her head. When she escapes, they all begin to climb further and further up the catacombs to then realise that all of the statues of the people of the local inhabitants should have two heads, but all the statues strangely only have one. That's when they realise that they have been surrounded for ages by weeping angels. The Doctor tests this theory by basically turning out his torch to see whether what he's saying is true, and when he realises that it is, it begins to scare him even more. We then are introduced to a soldier named Bob, who incidentally gets killed later. The episode ends off with a cliffhanger of the Doctor talking to Angel Bob, who says there's no way out, and the Doctor begins to come up with a beautiful speech about there's always a way out. He also points out to the Weeping Angels that if they were smart, if they were valued their life and their continued existence, then they would never have let him be in this trap. To which then he shoots up into the air, and the screen goes to black. So, Time of Angels. What did I think of this first half of a two-part story? It is precise, it is quick, it is as good as Blink. This story really heightens the whole ability of why the Weeping Angels are so formidable. However, there is one subtle thing I feel like needs to be addressed in both of this two-parter. There is a scene in which an angel begins to move its head, which is very controversial to many people, even myself, because what makes the angel so scary is the fact that you can't actually see them move. And for that reason, I give this half a solid 8 out of 10. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next Doctor Who review, which will be Flesh and Stone. Until then, goodbye, stay beautiful, you beautiful people.